Hey guys, new video here, and today we're looking at Nest Bean. Super cool website and one of the members inside of our CRO Incubator community. So let's dive straight into it. So first thing I'm seeing is obviously the homepage. I'm going to go through the funnel as a customer would if they landed on the homepage. And we're seeing a really big banner, typical of many websites, and a call to action. So great to see that that's already there. That's like the number one thing. The one thing that kind of gets me thinking that it can be better is the fact that it's a little bit messy with this cut off here and then another baby. So it kind of confuses me a little bit about the product. So I'd like the banner to be a bit more simple. I like to have banners where it's easy to see what's going on. And here it's just a little bit more difficult. So I'd like to see one big picture of a baby instead of two different ones. Shop now is the typical button, but I'd love for you to experiment with something like, let's say, the end result of having a baby wear a sleeping vest or a sleeping bag. So something like get better sleep now, or something a bit more playful on what will end up happening to the parents if their baby sleeps better. So try to play with the ultimate result of using your product and use that as your CTA instead of just shop now, because it gets people excited about clicking and seeing what the product is about. So that's just something that I really want to highlight. Sleepwear for every style. No matter how your baby likes to snooze, we have gently weighted comfort for every stage. So that can be good, but I'd love for you to experiment with different text here, maybe simplifying it, make it a little bit easier so you don't have to read so much, because you have to consider, people have 3 seconds to consider if they want to go back or keep going. So dialing it down a little bit would probably help you, and maybe a bigger button and then just a huge headline instead. So something to consider as well. If we dive down here, you have bundles of savings. I think would be nice to have bestsellers here. It usually works really well. You could also add some trust and credibility. So below your hero banner, have the 4 reasons why people shop for your brand. And that could be like, trusted by X amount of customers, always hassle-free returns, blah, blah, blah. So like kill their anxiety with 4 key reasons why people buy, and your guarantees, your risk reversal. So make it really, really good. That would be huge, honestly. The next thing I really want to look at is the navigation bar. There's always a lot of A/B testing that can be done in navigation, and I always see that we get amazing results when we test this for our clients. So up here you have your typical categories, and they're not very interesting. You probably have super low click-through rate to these because they're not stimulating. They're not engaging people to click on it. And the reason for that is when you hover over shop, you see featured, bundle, all products, gift card. It's just not interesting. And so what you want to do here is make it a little bit bigger and highlight the products, show them off, use icons, use pictures of the products. With the swaddles here, you could easily have added little images to show the products as well. That will make it so much easier for people to click through. Because right now, if I don't know what a swaddle is, let's say I'm a first-time parent and I see this send Nero, send swaddle, what is it? I really don't know. What should I click on? Like, it's use the images to get people to click more. And here, again, I think you should show all the featured products that you have in your store as well. The sacks don't show anything. I don't know if it's because there's not a lot, like only 1 sack, maybe. But navigation here is probably 2 out of 10 in terms of how good it could be. So just leaving a lot of money on the table. And that's good because you have so much room to grow, and that's always good in e-commerce. So yeah, fix that up, and it's probably the same case on mobile. One thing I want to highlight is that the search bar could also be a bit more dynamic, so you can actually search and find things that you want to buy as well. If we look at mobile, which is key because probably most of your traffic is there, when we click here, we can see that you can click, and it's the same thing again. If you added images and icons here, it would get a lot more clicks. So that's just one thing. You could also make a guide. We've seen lots of great examples of that. So you create a guide, and you could put in your baby's weight and what issues they have, and then it recommends products based on that. That usually works really, really well. So that's something for you to grab them and get them to actually take action on buying a product that actually fits them. Once you go to the collection pages, we can see all the products. I actually like these products here. You can see the colors, and you can click if you want to see the different color changes here. I feel like this pop-up is a little bit distracting, so I'd like to remove that to give it a cleaner experience as well. I don't know if these are sorted by bestsellers. I hope they are. If they're sorted by bestsellers, that's good, because you need to sort by best-selling. That's really important. And yeah, they're not right now, because that will give you the best conversion rate, basically. You're showing the products at the top that people are most likely to buy as well. So otherwise, the filters are nice. I like that you can still see a little bit of the behind here. That's super important, because people want to make sure they can easily navigate to things. So yeah, once you click on a specific filter, it's now, hopefully it's in place. But what I can't do very easily is undo the filter. So what I would like to do is having exposed filters, where I can see the filter that's currently active. And if I remove this, this, and this, and added it down here, it would be easy for me to see what filter is right now on the page. That usually gives really good results. You also have this featured image, but you should have the one that says bestsellers. And that would be huge, because people love to just buy what is actually the bestseller. And you can put a bestseller on every category, right? You have popular bundles and stuff like that. But I'd love for you to do that as well. If we go to a product page, we will see, by the way, it loads a little bit slowly. So there's a speed issue on your website as well. It takes too long for the product page to load from the collection page. That's something I noticed twice now. So there's definitely a problem, which is lowering your conversion rate. You have a lot of reviews, super great, honestly. I also love this, that you can sort of scroll a bit. So I think you nailed the gallery. It's quite good. Then down here, there's a lot of options. So first of all, this messenger and this, a little bit distracting again. Then you have the different sizes, and then add to cart. Wonder if add to cart is going to be best in red, because it's sort of a warning color. So I'd like to test if there are other colors that make better sense. Then you have 3 icons here, which I love, but there's no credibility, so there's no reviews, Trustpilot, or other stuff. So that usually gives a really good improvement. And then also you should split test having payment solutions that you could split the payment in 3 or 4 or 5 times here close to that card, so that people can see that it's easy to afford the product. You could split the payments if you want to. That's going to be a huge thing. I love that you have hidden these categories by default, so they don't take up the whole thing. So really like this. This is so well done, and there's so few shops that actually use this. So kudos to you for adding that in, which is a really great way to get your AOV up. You have a lot of good reviews here. You even have images. This is really, really great. That helps a lot of credibility, and I love that you have that. And I think you should explore it even more on the homepage and other pages, because it really helps to sell the product a lot. But let's try to add something to cart. So one thing that's interesting is if I have my, okay, great, yeah. So I wanted to make sure that when I'm on this size, it will automatically lock out all the colors that are not available. Let's see here, yeah. Yeah, great. So that's functioning quite well. This is in stock. I love to show a little progress bar of how much stock is left to add urgency in there. We've seen some really good results with that. And when I'm at the cart, you have some upsells, which is just a gift back. And then there's a discount, which takes a lot of space. And then there's this subtotal. So I love to have more relevant upsells here, and that's not being done right now. And I love to have different progressions up here. So at $50, I get free shipping. At $100, I get a free gift bag. At $150, I get a free beanie, whatever it might be. So really get people to buy more stuff, and that's not being done, so that you're leaving a lot of money on the table there as well. So at checkout, you got your standard Shopify checkout, which is okay, but you can also improve that. You can add upsells and stuff like that, highlight reviews, and just hold their hand a little bit more. So few things on the checkout as well that could be quite good. The product is really nice. I think if you're not using landing pages, you might be doing that. I think landing pages would be great. So sending traffic straight to landing pages, like 7 reasons why kids sleep longer with our sleeping bag or whatever it might be. And then from there over to a sales landing page that really holds their hand, make it an undeniably great offer that everybody wants. So you go from 7 reasons to sales page to checkout, and that checkout could even be custom as well. You can use stuff like Funnelish and other apps to make the checkout super targeted with the right upsells, and that could make your funnel extremely profitable. So those are some things extra that you could do as well. But otherwise, good job. Lots of things to improve. You're definitely on the right track. And always you can shoot me a DM if you want more notes on this, and I'll be happy to help you out inside of our community.